Do you really want a Nintendo 64 controller? Personally, I don't want a Nintendo 64 controller, you know, for the Switch, but hey, let's talk about it. So what is up, YouTube? It's RSMario bringing you another video here. Alright, so there's rumors going around. Rumors are flying like crazy. So the first one we're going to get into right now is that there is a rumor that there is another controller. Well, not rumor, it's really a trademark listing for another controller for the Nintendo Switch. Now, because the trademark listing is different than the one for the Joycons, it seems like this may not be a replacement for those, because that's one of the things that I was hoping for. Even though my Joy-Con drift is not like as bad as some people's, you know, you can still feel it from time to time, and Joy-Con drift is still a thing, and it's probably still going to be a thing on the Switch OLED because they're not changing the Joy-Cons, so it is what it is. But it seems like this is a full-blown controller and not like attachments for the system. So this is going to be something more along the lines of the Pro controller, which is fine, but that begs the question, why? Why would you bring out another Pro controller? The Pro controller we have is fine. Well, maybe it's for the Nintendo OLED. Well, why would the Switch OLED need a new Pro controller? I mean, there's nothing really that different about it from the regular Switch, other than a few features and a better screen. So there's no real reason to bring out another Pro controller. So a lot of people are thinking that, you know, and this goes with the second rumor of the day, that Nintendo 64 is coming to Nintendo Switch Online, which is interesting. I mean, because we already had rumors that the Game Boy games, you know, Game Boy, Game Boy Color, and Game Boy Advance were going to come over. But N64 coming over, I could also see that as a possibility. And of course, what better way to, you know, kick off this big update to Nintendo Online by selling you a a Nintendo 64 controller that you can use to play all your Nintendo 64 games when your Switch is docked at home, which is interesting. Now, personally, I'm not a huge fan of the N64 controller. I think that the GameCube was the god of all controllers with the exception of one, and that is the beast that is the DualShock. The DualShock is the crown king of all controllers for me. But yeah, the N64 is way down there when it comes to controllers. Like, I would personally love another GameCube controller, or maybe like another SNES controller with like joysticks like in the same position as the DualShock. Ooh, like that would be clean. That would be a clean controller. A controller that's like the SNES controller, but it's got two nice joysticks at the bottom. Look at this. This is perfect. This is perfect. This is perfect. It's like holding a baby. Like, well, maybe you shouldn't hold babies like that, but still, you know, I will take a controller that looks like that any day of the week. So what do you guys think about this? Do you think there's a new controller coming? Do you think that N64 is coming to the... Do you think N64 is coming, or do you think the Game Boy games are coming? Or do you think they're going to drop all of them? And like all of them are going to come. So Nintendo 64 and all the GameCube, all the Game Boy games are going to come over. What games do you want to see from these systems on the new service? Personally, of course, I want to see Ocarina of Ages and Oracle of Ages and Oracle of Seasons. I want to play that again legally. But that's about it. Like, comment, subscribe. I have another much bigger video for you tomorrow, an anime video, and keep it real.